What is going on, friends? Today we're going to talk about what happened in FD Utah, as well as give you an update on what's going on here at the RTR Lab. Always exciting things. Show you guys some products we're developing, talk about a couple other things, and just give you all a general catch up. Let's get to it. Very excited about that. You know, I'm just proud of our extremely dominant season. It's going to be a little bit wider in the rear end area, if you will. Putting that nerd on the trailer, putting that nerd on the trailer. Whoa, this is super clean. Everybody got to see the bend that we have been brewing. This car is going to be going to this sick ass Mustang RTR Spec 2. This is a giveaway that you can win Raptor fenders. The gas caps. Dun, dun, dun. Making beautiful parts so that we can crash them. Like that one. So what happened at Formula Drift Utah? The changes that we've been making internally in the team have been paying off massively as a collective. The vibe is better than it's ever been. All of our laps are getting done with our drivers, and the cars are showing up as needed, and the vibe at the track is exactly where we need it. Energy is very important, and it seems that we have solved some of those challenges that were starting to show up. So very happy with that. Performance-wise in Utah, everybody got to see the bend that we have been brewing. He had multiple one more times, and frankly, I think the end result, very happy to see that, right? Obviously, he didn't make it into the top 16, but we had some really great battles. One of the runs, unfortunately, a front tire debeaded when Ben went over the rumble strip in turn 1. Just a part of the way they made that not ideal track. And it caught up to him on the last turn. He blew off track. But other than that, you know, he performed. We got to see his style, his aggressiveness, and his confidence come through. So really pumped on that. Excited to see him in Irwindale. James, unbelievable. Still watching that man drive our cars, and just his precision and his abilities. Event after event is just very inspiring and impressive. He ended up just putting on a clinic until he had to go up against Odie. Odie and James had a very epic battle. James made a mistake going into outer 2 on the deciding battle. It was just a very small little bobble. After talking with James a bit after, right there at that moment, the sunlight is gnarly. I remember this from when I competed at Utah last year, that when the sun comes down, it's gnarly to see the transition from 1 to 2. So he had to make a little adjustment, and it was enough because Odie was pretty perfect. And what I would like to say is I'm very impressed with Odie, because that moment right there, he had to perform. Because if not, the championship was James. In that exact moment, it was over. And so for Odie to take that pressure throughout the whole round to try to keep himself in the championship, knock James out, and then go on to win the event, very impressive mental game right there. And a lot of people don't realize that or talk about that enough, but that is the difference between becoming a champion and not. Now, Odie, you're not going to become the champion this year. That being said, I'm extremely impressed with how you threw it down. Just one of those things that most people would fold under, and so huge amount of respect for him and his team for being in the place that he needed to be to pull that together in Utah. But yeah, we left still leading the championship, and at this moment right now, the points stack up like this. James won the championship. Surprise. No, we basically have to get to the line in the top 32, and the championship is ours for the 2nd year in a row. I kind of want to celebrate it right this moment, but I'm going to chill and let it officially happen. You know, I'm just proud of our extremely dominant season, and for us to be able to put this together and do it 2 times in a row with 2 different drivers, 2 different cars. It just shows that our process, our approach, our equipment is the right recipe, you know, when you can do it 2 times in a row with the different things like I mentioned. So extremely proud of that, but we'll come back to that. There will be a big party and other things coming once we officially wrap that. Okay, what is going on in the shop? let's start with what's right here. First of all, this Bronco. This is a AutoZone sweepstakes that we did internal to AutoZone around James. So somebody at the AutoZone national sales meeting, an AutoZoner, is gonna win that, take that thing home. Pretty damn cool. This sick ass Mustang RTR Spec 2, you can see it's inspired by James Dean's livery. This is a giveaway that you can win by going to AutoZone and buying any qualifying purchases of Optima batteries, Pennzoil, or NGK and TK at AutoZone. Rewards members are automatically entered with qualifying purchase. There'll be a link here to check out what a qualifying purchase is and get you wrapped up. Please, please sign up, support this. I want to see one of you win this Mustang RTR Spec 2. It's a one of one and it is absolutely stunning. I love what our team did with the style, inspired again by James's FD car, and something that you guys can enjoy and rip on. So let's move over to prototyping. This really caught my eye today, and I'm gonna share it because I do want to tell you guys we are working on the street version of the RTR Spec 5. And I saw these pieces over here and I'm like, oh, what are these? Oh, the gas caps for the RTR Spec 5, so check this out. So this is the traditional opener, right, for the Mustang. And this is it. And then I can give you guys a hint. It's gonna be a little bit wider in the rear end area, if you will. But that's the best I can give you. But look at this engineering from the RTR Vehicles team. So 3D printed, but look at these little hinges and how the button like actually works. So boom, it'll release it and then you'll have to lift it manually. Sorry, we're not putting a motor on it, so you can, you know, it'll just open itself. So just like the factory one, boom, you push the button, pulls it up, put your fuel in. High octane only. There's another hint for you too, friends. One of these, Mark, is this Spec 5 here?
Yes, it is. Spec 5.
All right. This is Mark. He leads all of our product development and engineering. So this is a part I'll show you guys on Spec 5. Not even gonna name it, you just got to figure it out. But this is all getting together. We'll be building our first car out of 3D printed parts here. When, Mark?
Should be the next month or so.
Next month or so. We were going to debut the car at SEMA, but we made the decision that SEMA is too busy and this car deserves its own launch. So we're going to do that. This is going to be our baddest Spec 5 we've ever built on the planet, in our life, I should say. So I'm really, really excited, and in my humble opinion, it will be the baddest ass S650 Mustang, just below, I would say, the GTD, because who can compete with that ridiculous thing? So the price point will be a little bit below that as well too. So and then here we've got Raptor fenders. We've got a package that we're working on for the Bronco Raptor, which people will see next year, and there's a little taste of what's to come with that. We won't be selling the fenders, I don't believe, separately. It'll be for complete vehicles only. So excited about that. Come on over here. Beautiful, beautiful hot rods. Well, what is this doing off the lift, you might ask yourselves? Well, friends, we're firing old Betsy back up. Yep, this was her name, Betsy. This is my first Mustang ever. It has been in storage since 2008. So yeah, you do the math, a long time. It was at my house in Maryland, and then when I moved down here, it came here. The guys have cleaned this all up because all this had mold all over it from Maryland swampiness. So it's all clean. Motor is getting inspected, gonna fire it up. And in the future, I wanna have some fun with this. I wanna bring it out and do some comparisons compared to our current cars from previous, and just see what it's like to drive a drift car that was built in 2005. So very excited about that. It's on the list. It's on the slow pecking, not massive priority, but it will get done, and I expect to be driving it at some point early-ish next year. So FD cars getting prepped. Future championship winning car right here. And then the future Irwindale winner right there. Yeah, I said it. Putting that nerd on the trailer, putting that nerd on the trailer, putting all the other nerds on the trailer. That's the confidence I'm showing up with. We're very excited. My car's getting back together. This thing has been, let's see, parts loaner throughout the year since Atlanta. The guys have been borrowing, and girl I should say, have been borrowing some parts off the car to support some unknown, unexpected scenarios. It's going all back together, and I'm very, very excited. Actually going to do a test in it next week, which we will vlog so you guys can see how, you know, this rusty old man does behind the wheel. Not old as in age, but, you know, rusty old man, you know what I'm saying? Ben's car is on the setup pad right now, so they're getting that set up, doing all the corner balancing, alignment, all that fun stuff. So really excited about that. A couple cars getting ready to go out to dealers. We've been building cars here like crazy. RTR S650s have just been like flying off the shelf. By far our greatest year of vehicle sales. So very pumped that everybody is feeling what we've been working on. Mine and Ben's demo car, getting ready for quite a few events coming up. We've got an event at Tyndall Ford coming up on October 4th, like not a private event, but just a local event here in North Carolina. Holly Ford Fest before that. And then everything's also getting ready to go to SEMA. So busy time. What's up, Weezy? Busy time for the demo cars. It's the fab shop. Whoa, it is super clean in here. This hot rod here, we're not going to get too much in the weeds of it, but let's just say that this car is going to be going to a and we haven't fully announced what that is yet. Sweet ass new RTR Spec 5D for someone we're going to be announcing in the near future. It hasn't left yet, so we're going to leave that for that. And then other than that, oh, let's see. Oh, let's go in here. Let's see if what I think's in here is in here. Dun, dun, dun. So James has been driving a left-hand drive demo car with us forever. Now, dun, dun, dun. Oh, you can't see it.
Which way would you like it?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Gibby.
We got it all ready.
Well, they still can't even tell, but this is going to be right-hand drive.
We had some water problems with the compressor. So right now we have a dryer, and while we were shooting, water came through the lines, so we got some new upgraded parts and we're working on some stuff. So
payment problems.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what he's talking about. Water came through the compressor, but my assumption is he couldn't finish painting the car.
Right now we have water.
New parts coming for the dryer, ladies and gentlemen. But this is going to be James's new demo car. So excited. This was the car that did Nürburgring, right?
Yep, this is the 1,000,000-mile car.
Okay, so this chassis was the first S550 that we ever built. We debuted it in 2014 as a Spec 5 at SEMA. And I used this thing all over the world, all over Europe, Goodwood, Nürburgring. And that became Adam's demo car. Then it became James' demo car. And then we said, you know what, we like this James guy. We're gonna go ahead and build him a right-hand drive car. So it got converted from that original spec build, which was before we even comp cut anything. I mean, it still had full quarter panels and everything in the back. So everything got comp cut, updated chassis, updated cage to support his tallness. And yeah, so James will have a new right-hand drive car, which I know he's really excited about. I'm excited about, because every bit of seat time he gets is more, not like the champ needs it. But we got to keep him fresh. As you see, some carbon getting popped out. Adam in there doing his carbon work and making magic, making beautiful parts so that we can crash them like that one. I think that's really all I'll show you in this moment that's going on, updating at the lab. All right, friends, well, I hope you enjoyed that update here from the lab. Let me know what you guys want us to do with this hot rod, what you'd like to see, what types of comparisons you'd like to see between our current FD cars And this old FD car, last time I drove it, 2008 in competition at Irwindale was the last round, and I think I won that event actually, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I do believe I'm right. So anyway, friends, I am so pumped to do these for you guys. Hope you enjoy them, and we'll see you next time. Woo!